But imagine that lady will say she cannot pass maths. How? The same. Now let's go to ladies in general. Let's go to ladies in general. Okay, a lady will know the amount of powder to add to foundation.
Information, they say, is very powerful. But have you ever asked yourself why information is this powerful? The reason is because of time. Time is what gives information its potency. When you get the right information at the wrong time, the information becomes useless to you. 2 years ago, I wrote an article titled The First Class Mentality. And after I published the article, a level 4 student met me and she came with a complaint that if she had made this information while she was in level 1, she would have done better. I made a research and I discovered that those students that usually graduate well in school, let me say those that even graduate with first class, second class, upper, most of them, especially the first class students, know that they will graduate with first class at the beginning of their level 1. So there are certain information that you need to be equipped with before you resume school, before you come into school as a fresh student. And when you don't have those information, when you are not well equipped with those information, it is going to make you to be at a disadvantaged position. So people with that information are well equipped to do better than yourself if you don't have this information. So in this video, I am together with an academic juggernaut. He's somebody that is well popular in the school I graduated from. He has been in the student environment for as long as I've known him. He's here with me in this video, and together we are going to be telling you some of the things you need to have as a student before you think of resuming school, as you are coming to school. Some of the informations you need to be equipped with. I want him to introduce himself. He's right here with me. Prof, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you for having me. My name is Muhammad Abubakar Baba, but I'm popularly known as Sir Muhammad. Thank you once again for having me.
Sir Muhammad, it's a pleasure having you today.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you today, and I'm very, very happy. And I cannot wait for us to get into your head to, sap from the knowledge that you have come to, to give us here today. So thank you very, very much. And the first question I want to know is, students are always excited, especially those freshers. By the time they get admission, they just want to resume school. They just want to come to school. They think it's just about bringing their loads and coming to school. They don't know that there are some certain things that they need to actually know. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So I just want to shed more light on that. Information before coming to school. How important is it?
Okay. Thank you very much. You see, when a student gets an admission into the higher institution, he's very, very happy, because when he is coming, some have stayed a long time at home without admission. Many people have applied, but out of many, only few were chosen right from. Some were wiped out from JAM, some from post-UTME, some during admission process, and so on. So there is one kind of happiness that comes out of people when you realize you have been chosen among many that applied. So, but in the course of the resumption, many people miss the road. Why they miss the road is they are coming with the secondary school mentality, and that secondary school mentality cannot work in the university system. Also, some are happy because they think they are now moving to the world of freedom. When you are in secondary school, your parents will say, go and read, your teacher will say, go and do this, go and do that. But now you are coming to an environment where you are the masterpiece of yourself. You are the architecture. You are the one to design how you want yourself to be in the university.
Wow.
So since you are the architecture, so you feel as if you are coming into a free world. But when you come, there are lots of things you need to put into consideration. So I will advise students that got admission into different institutions, but before you go, there are lots of things you need to equip yourself with. It's not all about freedom. It's not all about running off happiness. It's not all about jubilation. But after jubilating, when you go to the institution, what did you come back with?
Please, Prof, I know you have a lot for us here, but I have to stop you now before the bottom part is always sweet. Don't get to the bottom part before we actually get there.
Okay.
So you guys have had him. The excitement, the boost, the excitement, the jubilation, it almost beclouds the sense of judgment of some students or vision of some students. It's as if that excitement is blinding them from some things they need to know. That's what Prof is saying. So because of the excitement, they are always almost beclouded. That is from some information they need to know, and it causes them to what, miss the road. So, Prof, I want to ask, what is, if, for a fresh student now that is about to resume school, if you are to meet this person now and tell him what is the one thing, first of all, you think the person needs to be informed about? What is the one thing the person needs to know? That if the person comes to school with that knowledge, that one thing that the person have, the person is going to do well.
Mindset.
Wow.
Mindset. Because if you have a positive mindset, it's very difficult to be deflected. It's very difficult to be distracted. If you have a positive mindset, okay, let's say, for example, I've set up my mind. I am going to school today. As I am going to school, I want to go there. I want to come out with good academic performance. I want to make my parents proud. I want to make my parents feel that what they've spent on me is not a waste. Now, no matter what will come my way, I already have that positive mindset. I already have that belief that I can do it. So therefore, nobody can change that belief for me. So the first thing to have is a positive mindset that people or anyone cannot change. Mark the word, positive mindset, not negative mindset. Just have a positive mindset that people cannot easily influence. This is the first thing a student should put at the back of his mind.
Wow, this is very powerful. This is very, very powerful. Mindset. That is the first thing, actually. Mindset. And for those of you that are watching, if you're interested, there is an article I wrote, The First Class Mentality. You can just say I'm interested in the comment section. I'm going to send it to you. You go and read. Mindset is very important, Prof. You know why? Because our actions and behavior proceed from our mindset.
Mindset, exactly.
You see, what we do is as a result of how we see ourselves.
So, exactly.
How we see ourselves. So mindset is very important. If you have the right mindset academically and you resume with the right mindset, you know that there is nothing that can deter you.
Yes.
And then, Prof, you know, some people are talking of mindset. They may not know, okay, mindset, what kind of mindset should I have? Or what kind of mindset should I avoid? So can you help us let them know, those freshers, what kind of mindset should they come with? And what kind of mindset should they avoid as they are coming to school?
Okay, number one, discipline. Discipline in the sense that you have to mind the kind of friends that you move around with. Friends' influence is very, very important and very, very necessary. And it's crucial and paramount to us as students. Now, let me give you an example. If a student have a very good friend, even if he is not good, he may be influenced to be good. If he is also having a bad friend, even if he is not bad, the friend can influence him and make him bad. That's why it says, one of the scholars says, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. So now, I remember Saela, in one of your quotations, you once said, if you have a friend, if he doesn't add two things to you, stay away from such friends.
Yes.
One, if he doesn't add value to your education. Two, if he doesn't add value to your religion. So if he's not helping you religiously, getting close to your Lord, and he is not helping you academically, then stay away from that friend. Make positive friends that can lead you, that have similar mindset with you, that have similar goals to achieve with you. Then get a mentor. Have a mentor. There are people who have crossed the bridge you want to cross. How did they cross it? Now follow their footsteps. And inshallah, one day you will get to that point. Number two, when students resume schools, there are lots and lots of distraction. You have to learn what we call time management. Time management. Now, what time should I schedule for my study? What time should I schedule for extracurricular activities? There are lots of extracurricular activity. If you give the extracurricular activity more time than your academic activity, you are cheating yourself. So now, what works for me might not work for you, Elder. So now, as a student, you have to know yourself. Know yourself and know your capacity. Because Elder is studying 3 hours a day, does not mean I should also study 3 hours a day. Elder may be brighter than me. What Elder will comprehend in 3 hours, I might not comprehend it in 5 hours. So I have to look at my own strength. Also, early resumption. Some people think, no, I cannot resume early with this, that. That's very wrong mindset. You have to resume early so that you will have access to first-hand knowledge. What do we mean by first-hand knowledge? The knowledge directly from the source. If you resume late, you will end up looking for a classmate to show you what has been done previously. Now, that student is giving you a second-hand knowledge because he got it from the first hand. So you have to get the first-hand knowledge. So you have to learn how to get the first-hand knowledge. If you resume early, some people are weak from secondary school. They were not good academically in secondary school, and they are coming to university. Instead of you to resume early so that you can build up the loopholes, no, you are waiting for somebody that is resuming 1 month later. And at the end, you'll be at the disadvantaged side. Sometimes some lecturers say things in class that are not written in the books. So at the end, you're already cheating yourself.
Thank you very much, Prof, for that. There are a lot of things you are going to learn from Prof. This is an academic juggernaut. I want you to stick with us. Now, just to reiterate on what he has said, he spoke of influence. Influence is very powerful. Let me tell you the truth. Listen to me. You see, in school, you are the average of the people you move around with. You know what average is in mathematics, right? You are the average of the people you move around with. What I mean is that if you move around with people that are not serious, or let's say you move around with 5 people that are not serious, you are going to be this number 6 unserious person, no matter how serious you are. So influence is very powerful. When you are in the midst of people that loves to read, you definitely find yourself reading, even if you don't want to read.
Exactly.
You see, so choose your friend. That is what Prof is saying. Don't allow your friends to choose you. And he's talking of distraction. Let me tell you the truth. In campus, when you get to campus, especially if you are going to a school like Bayero University in Kano, other schools too, anything you want to do in school, you can do it. If you want to come to school to do politics, it is there. If you want to come and do social life, it is there. If you want to come and do religious life, it is there. If you want to come for academic, it is there. So anything you are coming for, you always meet there. And then lastly, he spoke of time management too. You need to know how to manage your time and resume early. So, Prof, there are some mentality that some students used to resume with. This mentality is, okay, they've heard of a particular lecturer. Let me give an example of Badakai. When we got admission then, we used to hear about, hey, that man, they don't used to pass his course. No matter how you read. If you like, do 12 hours. The highest used to be 2 over 30, 5 over 30. And I believe some students are already resuming with some mindset. 1301, oh, mass 101, mass 101 this. I heard that course is very, 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 very hard. That people that are coming with that kind of mentality, what do you have to say to them?
Okay, let me be realistic with you, Elder. No single course, I repeat, no single course is difficult. And no single lecturer is wicked. It only depends on your interaction with such lecturers. Some lecturers, like the Badakaya they talk about, Badakaya is a very disciplined man. So you need to be disciplined to work with him. He is very good in passing knowledge. He plays, he jokes, but his tests or exams are usually tough. Reason why they are tough is because many students, instead of studying, they read. People read instead of studying. When you read, you know. But when you study, you understand. But the Kaya's questions cannot be answered by reading, but can be answered by studying.
Wow. Please write that down.
So you cannot just sit down and think, okay, Badakaya, he taught us A and he gave us A to Z in exam. He taught us how to cook rice and now he asks us to cook rice and beans. No, it's not like that. It is you who did not understand it. You did not understand it. That's why I said come with a positive mindset. If you have a positive mindset, nothing can distract you. When you come to school, they say 1301 is hard, mass 101 is hard. Okay, thank you. But are there people who pass that course? Yes, some people pass it. Oh, but only if you pass it. Even if it is one person that will pass the course. Let me be that one person.
To be the one person.
Put that in your mindset that if it is only one person that will pass, then I will be that one person.
That is the mindset of a conqueror.
Exactly.
That is the mindset of a conqueror.
Now,
have that mindset.
Now, when you come to a school, try to know your lecturers. Know what they want. Some lecturers like theories, a lot of theories. Some lecturers don't like it. So know who your lecturers are. How do you know who your lecturers are? From your predecessors. Okay, what kind of lecturer is this man? What does he really want in exam? Okay, this lecturer actually, once you give him his key terms, is okay. Oh no, this lecturer, he just wants exactly what he has given you. Good and fine. So you will know how to approach those things. But you sitting down, you thought you just have to read, and when you read, you want. No. Read to know. Don't read to pass. Many people read to pass. They read because they want to pass exam. No, read it because you want to know it. And when you know it, you will pass it.
Wow. Please, Prof, I'm just tempted to share an experience.
Yes.
An experience I had in my level 1. You see, Before I said that, before I forget this, I need to say this also. People that are coming to school, I used to tell people, if you come to school just like that, without defining what you want to graduate with, you eventually graduate with the grade the school gives to you. I used to tell myself that for me, I don't have A to F as a grade. I only have A and B. A is I passed, B is I failed. So I don't have C in my own grading. So there is no how I can see C. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't allow the school to grade me. I grade myself. Before I came to the school, I already believed, I knew what I was going to graduate with before I came to the school. And let me tell you, those people that always graduate well in school, graduate excellently in school, there are people that already defined what they want to graduate with before they step their foot into the school. About 80% of them. So you are just being excited, you are coming to school. You don't even want to write, okay, this school I'm coming with, what do I want to graduate with? What do I want to graduate with? That is the mentality. Yeah. Because if you don't know where you are going to, you end up going to somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? So you must have to define before you come to school. As you are picking your bag, ask yourself this question, because that is going to be a pointer. It's going to be what will influence you to do the effort. It's going to be the driver. See, one thing I said is that, you see, please read my article if you have not read my article. There was something I said in the article that it only takes a first class student to graduate with first class. What I mean is that the mentality. Are you getting me? No matter how you want to, that is why Prof stretch mentality very earlier on. The mentality is very, very easy. And now coming to what Prof said now, not reading to pass. It's two different things, and it's two different mentalities. It's just like left and right. Reading to know and reading to pass. You see, I was in level 1 at that time. When I came to school, I started reading the first day I stepped my foot into the school. Prof, that first day, I looked for table and chair.
Yes.
And if Adedu was here now,
that street light.
Adedu will remember. You see, the first thing I went to look for, some people are looking for where Ramat is, yes, or maybe where Nana is. Hall, yes. They've had a lot of things. I came prepared to read. The first day I stepped my foot into the school, the first thing I looked for was table and chair. That was the first thing I looked for. And I took myself, there was a time I was at that point in the night, there was a place, I was in one chemistry department reading affairs, and that street light where I later went and I was reading, I saw some people walking. I have not actually known that at that time, that people used to walk with their book, they would stand up and be walking everywhere. I was surprised, it was around 2 a.m. I know where we came from, we always believe in all those demons, and I was so shocked. I was saying, what am I seeing? It was later I discovered that people will read and walk.
Yes.
Yeah, so that first time when I was reading, I began to attract a lot of people. A lot of people were coming to read. Those people that were among them, if they are watching this video now, they will remember. Started attracting a lot of people, and those people were competing with me. I was reading, as a matter of fact, I don't want to, it's not bragging, I was reading 6 hours every day at that time. So people that were coming, that was because I already had a reading culture before I came to the school. So people that were coming to join me to read at that particular time, they wanted to read 6 hours. That is the mistake they made.
Yes.
They wanted to read 6 hours with me,
which is not possible.
Which is not possible.
Exactly.
And so they will spend their time. There was one of them there, I've forgotten his, I don't want to mention his name now. He said that he wants to do last man standing with me. So I'll just be looking at him. By the time he will do, I'll keep him there. And sometimes I'll just be surfing through the internet. When I'm tired, I'll go back to my book. Let me tell you the truth. When the result actually came out, among most of those people that came out at that particular point to read, I'm not trying to downplay their effort. I'm just saying this to encourage those that are watching in India. Most of them, I think they had carryover self. They were just reading for the sake of exam. I was reading to understand and know. That is mistakes some students do. Don't just read to pass exam.
Exactly.
Don't just read to say, let me just pass. If it is D, you are going to have carryover.
And that's a negative mindset. That's a negative mindset.
Don't do that.
You don't give yourself a limit. You don't give yourself a limit. Go on an unlimited ground. Then whatever you get, you analyze it and see, okay, is this my limit? Do I need to put more effort or not? This will help you and help you go a long way. Don't think that, okay, we are just in the beginning of the semester and you are asking me questions. No! What have you read today? How many questions can you answer based on what you've read? Try to understand what you are reading so that when that particular thing is twisted another way around, you will be able to know that this is what it means. Like, for example, they said, D-A-D-A. If you just read it, the day they will bring A-D-A-D, you'll be confused. What is this? But if you know what it means, when you come next time and they give you A-D-A-D, you say A-D-A-D, that. You see? because you understood the logic. This is purely what school is all about. But if you end up wasting your time reading without understanding, then the tendency of you failing is very, very high. I'm not saying you will fail, but the tendency of failing is high.
So we don't want to take much of your time. We'll still be running up now. But there's something I also want us to stretch, which is the matter of hard work, Prof. You know, like I said, I started reading at the first time I stepped my feet into the school. You know, those of us that know us then in school, they thought we don't used to read, Prof.
Yes.
Because they have never seen us with book. But we have to confess to them now. We have to confess to them. Now, there is nobody you see in school and the person is passing with AAA and the person don't read. The person is either lying to you or the person wants you to fail. So, Prof, how can you tell them to come prepared with a heart, ready to work hard? I'm talking to freshers and even some returning students that may be watching us now.
Yes. To the returning students, you already know the mistake you've made in the past. Now, how can you correct it to get a better result is what you should start thinking even before resuming. I have one advice I usually give people. When you realize that before you are good, but now your academic barrier is declining, get a sheet of paper, divide it into two. At this side, write things you used to do before when you are a serious person. Write things in this place that you used to do now. Now check those two things. What are the things that you are doing now that you are not doing before? And what are the things you are doing before and you are not doing now? From there, you'll be able to pick where the problem comes from. Now, as a returning student, you have already seen the flaws, the problems, the issues you had, or even if you don't have issue, maybe your GP was low. Okay, how do I increase them? What are the things that hinder me from achieving a better GP last time? Now, this will help you. If you already have it, then okay, what can I do to maintain it? This is the level I studied. This is my level of hard work. Now double it because others are coming. And as you go higher, the stage becomes tougher. The higher you go, the tougher it becomes. As a fresh student, as you are coming, prepare yourself. I want to stress that issue of time management. Time management is very important. You see, both of us here, me and Saelda here, we participated in academically, we participated politically, we participated in extracurricular activities where necessary. But what helped all of us is time management. We know ourselves, we know how to manage our time. I can have exam tomorrow, he can have exam tomorrow, but you see us holding tutorials. And this tutorial is not our course, it's another course. But we already have our plans. We made our plans. Let me tell you one thing, there was a time we had to do TDB. We finished doing tutorial from morning till evening. And we have exam. Plant pathology. I will never forget that.
I will never forget that. That was the last.
We have exam. We have exam. And we have spent all our time doing tutorial. So we had to come that night and sit in the front of anatomy. We spent the entire night till morning. We are trying to finish that course. Alhamdulillah, today we passed the course. So you have to know yourself. Some of you have poor background. Please start training yourself. Once you resume school, find people who are brighter than you. Don't be jealous. Don't feel pompous. Look at those people who are better than you and meet them and learn. That's how you move forward. People will laugh at you. But one thing in life is if you want to achieve success, you have to be deaf and dumb to what people say. There was a man who was trying to climb a mountain. Many people have tried to climb that mountain, but nobody could. One day, one man was climbing the mountain. Everybody was shouting, there are snakes on that mountain. There are this on that mountain. There are lions. There are monkeys. Be careful. This. He didn't answer. He continued his journey until he reached the top. When he finished, then he come back. When he returned, then the people were asking him, how did you make it? He was just looking at them. They later realized that that guy was deaf and dumb. So sometimes you have to be deaf and dumb to achieve success. Secondly, I used to say something. I said, life is not a battle, but in order to succeed, you need a bow, an arrow, and an armor. Now, the question is, if life is not a battle, why do you need a bow, an arrow, and an armor? The answer is, you are fighting yourself. You need them because you need to fight yourself.
Wow.
You don't have, your body doesn't want reading. Let me be realistic with you. Your body don't like reading. At all. You have to fight yourself to read. Your body loves extracurricular activities.
Sleeping.
You have to fight yourself to stop it. Your body likes playing games. You have to fight yourself to stop it. Your body is addicted to phones. You have to fight yourself to reduce it. Your body is addicted to dancing. You have to also what? Reduce it. Because you are in an environment that those particular things are only needed in limited quantity. So therefore, you have to fight yourself. So always don't look at what my body wants. Look at what goal I want to achieve and what is the true path to achieve these goals.
Wow. Thank you very much, Prof. Our time is far gone. We'll just wrap up now. But please pay attention to what he's saying. The Englishman said that a word is enough for the wise.
And the Arab says, Man answer, faqad a'zar. He has warned you, has given you enough excuses.
You see, so you need to pay attention to all these things we are saying. There's a point he said there that I've almost missed now. But before we get back to that, I want to say this. I wrote this down when he was saying it. And this is what I said. I said the best result you are likely to get is in your level 1. I'm telling you based on experience. The best result you are likely to get is in your level 1. So as you are coming as a fresh student, come with a mindset ready to work hard. There is no any success story without working hard. And one of the most dumbest reason, I don't even know if that's what is in the dictionary, for a student to fail is because I don't read. Why do you come to school if it's not to read? So that is the dumbest reason. You don't want to fail because you don't work hard. And let me be frank with you, there is no success story without hard work. If it is meant for you to
with prayer as well.
Yes, if it is meant for you to burn the midnight candle, burn it. Like he said, your body don't like work. And so anything that is worthwhile in the future, your body don't want it. Anything that will benefit you in the future, your body wants what will benefit you now. So you have to ensure that you do yourself. And some students will now come when they face the result, they will start crying and say, oh, and that student has been busy watching season films. Sometimes some students used to watch season films. I'm not saying you should not watch, but you know your capacity. Some people watch season films.
Exactly.
And then they will now come and be shouting. I used to tell them that, why are you crying? They will say, is the lecturer, it is Satan. It's not Satan. Even angels, they joined, they made agreement, they joined and said, and gave you that carryover. You deserve it.
Yes, because you didn't work for it.
You didn't work for it. So it's just like fraud. Some students are fraud. They want to get A. Meanwhile, they did not study. And you will give yourself A. That thing is just like
it's reality. We have to be realistic. Will you give somebody that failed pass?
So
that's cheating now.
That is cheating. So, Prof, we are going to wrap up now. I just want to know if there is any final words for these fresher students. We are going to be coming together to give you tips that will help you. But for now, I want to know if there is any final word.
Lest I forget before the final words. You see, there is this resumption mentality of I cannot make it. There is this mentality of I cannot make it. I cannot do it. I hate maths. I hate this. This mentality should end in your secondary school. You know what's funny? Many people, you see a guy, he has the ability to tell you the first 11 of his club. Maybe, for example, Real Madrid.
I don't even know those guys.
He knows first 11. He knows second 11. He knows how much they are paying them every second. He knows who is the best paid player. He knows who is the best.
He knows when transfer window is open. Yeah, I don't even know there's anything like transfer window.
So, he knows all these things. But you are telling me that brain cannot carry mass. How? No, tell me how. Okay, come to the ladies. A lady, let's talk about the northern ladies, then let's talk about the ladies in general. The northern ladies, there is this traditional package called lepe. A lady can tell you all her friends that get married, the type of lepe they gave them, how many things were inside that lepe, how it was, what brand it is, everything. But imagine that lady will say she cannot pass mass. How? Now let's go to ladies in general. Let's go to ladies in general. Okay, a lady will know the amount of powder to add to foundation, how to brush it, how to do everything, how to attach the eyelashes so that
how to keep the hair and
do this, how to do that. They can do it without using measuring cylinder.
Prof, let me shock you.
And that person say you cannot do math.
Prof, let me shock you. Okay, one of my classmates, a lady at that time, there was one Indian movie guy she was crushing on. She knows the guy's shoe size, his shirt size, his singlet size. She knows almost everything.
Now tell me, how can you say that that particular brain cannot carry mass? Now the only problem there is the determination. You are determined to know the players. That's why you know them. Wow. You are determined to know what are the things present in that place. That's why you know. Look at our mothers. Our mothers can easily tell you how many maggi to add to one plate of rice. How much oil, how much salt should be added. They can tell you without even measurement. They know what to add just by looking. Then how can you not tell me that my mother is not a mathematician?
So you had it by
determination.
With
Is what
determination,
matters.
there is nothing you cannot achieve.
Nothing.
Just hear that.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And you're the one limiting yourself. So finally, now as we round up,
So
Prof, what is the final? Just take away.
Okay.
As they are going now, let them put it. This one they are saying now, they should put it in this pocket.
Okay,
The
listen
girls
to
come out, they should put it in their bag. This one they are saying now. let
So
them put
listen
it.
and listen attentively. All I have to say is, I have one quote I always dash people. And that quote is, if you aspire to acquire a desire you admire, you fire, but it backfires. Don't retire, but refire to acquire the desire you've admired. Thank you all.
Thank you very, very much, Prof. Thank you very much, Prof.
Thank you for
As a
having me,
fresher
Stella.
student, we wish you all the best. And also, there's a video here. You just see the video above you here. I want you to go and watch it. In that video, I said 3 things that every student must know before they step into any examination. Watch that video. And just like I said, if you want my article, comment I'm interested below.
Remember, prayer and hard work is the key to success.
Pray as if you don't read.
Read and read as if you don't pray.